to Ray's Honest Airgun Reviews. In this episode, we're going to be reviewing a pellet brand again. It's quite a renowned pellet brand. It's won quite a few competitions back in the day, and I started off using these probably in the early 2000s through some of my guns, and especially through my Logo Mark 1 as it was set up for that. And so let's get the couple of tins out and have a look at them. So today's pellet on the table is the Crosman Accupells. So Accupell originally originated from the USA, and they've been out since the early 1920s. It says it can trace them back right to 1920s, and they're called Superpells back then. So a long time ago. And then they coming through into obviously, you know, the 1970s, apparently they got a lot better, and obviously quality control got better and all the rest of it. Then by the early 1990s, Crosman obviously brought the Accupells out. So the original was, they originated with Crosmans, which is these ones in a little tin. Come out in the early 1990s. Terry Doe spoke about these when we did obviously the podcast with him, actually, saying of different pellets and things that he won different competitions with, and these original ones. Then later on, Webley bought them out and started marketing them, and that's that tin there. And then obviously there's a there's different ones. There's a Crosman Premier Ultras, Crosman Magnums, there's all sorts of different, or Premier Magnums. There's all sorts of different spin-offs and different things around it. They made pellets, 177. I've seen a 20 cal tin that Richard gave me, but that's one of the Webley ones. I've got one of them at home locked away in a cupboard. And then they made 2.2s. And to be fair to him, there was quite a light weight on the light side. These are about 7.9 grain. So you're looking at about what? Normally an 8.5 grain pellet, normally. When you look at the competitors, which is the JSBs and things like that. But yeah, these were 7.9. They are roughly the same size as H&M Field and Target trophies, diameters and everything like that. But obviously they're 8.44 grain, I believe. And then in the 2.2 Crosmans, they are about 14.5 grain, I think, something like that. So yeah, they are on the lighter side of things, but it didn't really affect the accuracy if your barrel liked them. So what I'm planning on we're going to do is, I've got 3 barrels. I've got a BSA barrel, we've got a Wolfer barrel that's on a Ripley, and we've also got a CZ barrel on the Katran. We're going to stick a target out at 30 yards, guys, and we're going to have 5 shot with the American version, and then we'll do 5 shots through each barrel, and we'll do 5 shots with each barrel through the Webley version, and we'll see how we get on. I've also learned, Richard over at More Edges told me that they was getting manufactured, or they started to manufacture them in Spain, I think, or something like that. If you want to leave a comment below and you guys know about this, please obviously let me know, because I'm really interested in this. And they was basically, they've stopped making them now because the qualities that were coming out of this Spanish pellet manufacturer was absolute dog shit, or shite, you know. Sorry I swore then, but never mind. So yeah, any information about that, guys, you know, please let us know in the comments, because it would be very grateful. And like I said, they're going to be a thing of the past, I think, if that's the case, which it's sad to see, really sad to see, because like I said, they are a good pellet in their own right, and they have won a lot of competitions back in the day and everything, and they still are a very accurate pellet through the right barrel. So like I said, let's spin it round. We'll get a target out at 30 yards. We'll do the 5 shots with the Americans and the 5 shots with the Webleys, and we'll see what kind of accuracy we get, and then the best accurate barrel, we'll give it a quick chrono and see how consistent they are through the barrel as well. So I'm going to have 5 shots with, obviously, the older brand. These look a little bit dirty, really. I should have probably cleaned these before. But that's the American. And then we'll have 5 shots with the Webleys, and they look a lot cleaner. Out at 30 yards, and we're going to use a Ripley first. This has got a Wolfer barrel on it, and out at 30 yards, and let's see how we do. So it's just started to rain down at Camelots, and the wind has picked up as well, so not great for doing a bit of pellet testing, but nevertheless, let's give it a go. That's 5 shots with 5 shots with the originals, now 5 shots with the Webley ones. God, it is quite windy, guys. Probably should have done this on a different day, but we'll keep going. Right, so that was put in the wrong way. So if anyone's actually used these before, still uses these, that'd be great to know. If you want to tell me about what gun you use them through and why you use them and stuff. Right, so that's the Ripley. Now we'll change over and we'll try one with the BSA. Just loaded up the BSA magazine. I put 5 in of each, and we're going to do the same out at 30 yards with the BSA. This is an Ultra CLX, the reg version, obviously. And see how we get on. That's 5 with them, and I'll do 5 with the others. Right, so that's 5 and 5 with the BSA. Now we'll try the Katran. Now we'll try it through the Katran with the CZ barrel and see how we see what kind of groupings we get with this. It's 5 on that one then, 2 5 at the top. And that's it, guys. So that's the 30-yard pellet test done with the CZ barrel, BSA barrel, and the Wolfer barrel through the 3 different guns. So we'll go and get the card in and we'll have a look at results. Right, so I don't know if you can see that, guys, but that's the results for the Ripley, the BSA, and the Katran in the groupings. Now, obviously the Webley versions got the tightest groups, and I think probably, I want to say the Ripley probably got the best group out of 30 yard. Take away that one out of the BSA, that's 5 shots there, so 2 through the same hole. Same with the Katran. You know, they're all under a thumbnail still out of 30 yards. Obviously the older ones opened up quite a lot, but yeah, like I said, they are still quite a really good pellet. They're nothing wrong with them. You just got to find the barrel that suits. And like I said today, it's quite a breezy day anyway, and a different day it might have got better results. I've always been a fan of them. I like them. Like I said, I used to use them quite a lot back in the day as well, back in the early 2000s, and you know, between them and probably JSBs and whatever, wasn't it? Then obviously different pellet brands come out, H&N, you know, got better and stuff and everything. But yeah, probably nice to, I might do another a mixed pellet review of my top 5 pellets that I like to shoot, or top 5 pellets that I use from different guns, and we'll see which one gets the best group out at 30 yards. That'd be, you know, something to look at maybe as well. But yeah, I reckon we're going to get a Ripley back out and we'll do a chrono test with the Webley Accupells, or the Webley Accupells, and we'll see what she's spitting them out at 7.9 grain. So we're going to put 5 shots over the chronograph now. I've just had a quick one already. It was 7.68, 10.4 foot-pounds with the, obviously the Webley Accupell ones. You might have noticed I've just changed the mounts actually on the Ripley as well. I had some nice silver ones, so Tony's very kindly just changed them over for me. Let's let's have a go. So 7.68, 7.68. That's gone in the wrong way around. That's saying shot 2 again, so that didn't register. Yeah, that's saying shot 2 again, guys. So I had this problem before with the FX Chrono on windy days sometimes, where it didn't register the shots for some reason. If anyone knows anything about that, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, so I think because it's a windy day, guys, it's obviously not registering on the chrono. I've had it before with we had an FX Chrono before this, if you look previously back, and that was quite tricky to set up and it didn't always register. There's lots of, I think sometimes because we're in a shed and things, and obviously the radar don't pick it up and everything like that. So, but I mean, you know, we had 2 shots, both at about 7.68, 7.67, 10.4 foot-pounds. So the Ripley does spit them out quite consistently. And yeah, not bad really. So my verdict for the Crosman Accupells are, they're going to get about 7, 7.5, because they are a great little pellet. Like I said, they've won a lot of competitions back in the past, and like I said, I still use them, or I'm going to carry on using them in a couple of my guns, because I do get some really good results on not a windy day. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame really that they're going to go out of production. If that's true, they might, I don't know if it's true or not, but like I said, it's going to be really a bit of a shame. So if you got some of these, I'll probably keep a tin in the cupboard, because, you know, like I said, they're going to be discontinued or whatever eventually. But yeah, you know, great little pellet. Go and buy them, give them a go, see what you think. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode on the Crosman Accupells. Thank you to the sponsors, which is More Edges and Night Hunting Wear, for sponsoring the episode. And that's it really, guys. I shall see you all in the next one. Cheers.